Good morning, Fishbourne School. It's lovely to be with you all today. Today is our Thinking Circle Assembly. I'm going to be sharing with you a topic that's been in the news in the last week or two. And after this assembly, you're going to be having a discussion about the images that I'm going to be sharing with you. Some of these images you may not have seen before, or perhaps you know quite a lot about it, and that's fine. But as a class, you're all going to listen, share thoughts and share ideas, and ultimately you're going to be thinking about what you might be able to do to make the world a better place. So let's get started. I'm going to share my PowerPoint with you now, and I'm going to make sure that I've shared my sound. Yes, I have. There we go. So we're going to be looking at an image. Here it is. This image, like I said, you may have seen on the news, or this may be really new to you, but what I'd like you to do with your class now is press pause, and I'd like you to just be really, really quiet for a few moments and study the image and see if you can see what might be going on. Okay, so you may have seen that there are families boarding a plane, there are children, there are parents, there are workers, there are people just carrying a single rucksack on their backs or one piece of luggage. And you may know that these people are leaving their home. Their home is a country called Afghanistan. And Afghanistan is located in southern Asia. Now, you may have heard of the word Afghanistan, and you may know that Afghanistan has been through a very, very, very tricky time. It's had lots of war, it's had lots of fighting. The English and the American armies have been involved in helping to create peace and calm in Afghanistan. And that's been going on for a very, very long time. You might have questions about that you might want to ask your teacher as part of your class discussion, or perhaps your parents at home, and you're really, really encouraged to do that. We're going to be thinking a bit more about these people and the effect that leaving Afghanistan may well be having upon them. So when you leave a country, you're leaving behind everything that you know. And you'll notice that in the image, as I said before, these people have just got one piece of luggage with them, and they're leaving their country behind. They are unlikely to be able to return again. So we call these people refugees. And you may have heard that word before, but I'm going to explain a bit more about what that word means. So the term refugee means that people have been forced to flee their homes in order to keep safe. It might be that they're fleeing their homes from war, because they're in danger, or because of perhaps a natural disaster. But they're leaving because they aren't safe. So they're seeking safety in other countries. So people who are seeking safety in other countries are called refugees. Everybody has the right to feel safe. Feeling safe is a human right. By law, if you are frightened of being treated badly in your own country, you have the right to run away to another country to be safe. And these people are leaving Afghanistan because they're no longer safe, and that is why they're called a refugee. Now, I would like you to have a little think about what that might mean for these people. How might they be feeling? What might they be thinking as they're boarding that plane? I think it's time now to press pause and just have a think. How might you be feeling if you just had a single piece of luggage and you were boarding a plane with your parents, and you knew that you probably wouldn't be able to come back to your country again, or perhaps for a very, very long time? Where might you be going? What might you be thinking? How might you be feeling? Press pause now and just have a moment to think. Okay, I came up with some ideas, and I'm sure you had lots of these ideas too. The children and the parents might be thinking, where will I live? They might know the country they're going to, but they don't know where in that country they're going to be living. How will I understand what people are saying? They may not speak any English at all. They may have never ever been to England. I only have the clothes I'm standing in. Where will I go to school? Will I make friends? Everything is going to be very, very different. I'm sure you came up with lots of those ideas as well. So I wonder how we could help our friends coming from Afghanistan to settle into our country and to help them start to rebuild their lives. I'm sure you've got lots of ideas about how we might be able to do that. But I was going to share with you some work that another child has been doing to encourage our refugees to settle and to feel welcome in England. So what could you do to make the world a better place to be for our refugees? Well, let's get some ideas from someone who's already done that. I'm just going to make sure, before I share this video with you, I'm just going to make sure that I've got the sound on as well, so that you can hear exactly what's going on. Okay, here we go, we're ready now.
Dilara and her dad have cleared their garage to use as a local collection point for donations for Afghan refugees, and I've come to meet them. Wow, this garage is full. You've been busy. How long have you been taking donations?
About 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And when do people arrive? Is it all the time?
Like pretty much.
Yeah, like I think at the earliest time we've had somebody come was about 7:30 in the morning, and the latest was around 10:30 at night.
What kind of things have people been bringing?
So they've been donating clothes, toys, blankets,
And some wash things.
and bedding. And some people have been so nice to give new clothes.
And what happens next once you've collected all of this?
We sort them out. Somebody takes them and takes them to the distribution centre, and from there they are given to the Afghan refugees.
And why is it that you wanted to volunteer?
It's because they're just like innocent people who are being forced to flee their homes for just their own rights. There shouldn't be stuff like this going on, and if there is, I think the people who are needing help should get it.
And what do you think when you see all the pictures of people who have to leave their country and leave their home?
So if I had to leave my home, my country, and go to a completely different country, I'd feel so sad. I don't know their language. I feel all alone, and the families who would split up, some of them might have even been killed. And I just want them to have a safe place to be.
So how long are you planning on doing this for?
But however long they need it, isn't that right? Like, even if in like a year's time it's not in the newspapers anymore, if they still need it, I think we should still help them.
What an amazing young lady. She is certainly working hard to make the world a better place for refugees. Remember, things don't always have to be big to make a difference. Think about the small things you might be able to do to make a difference to refugees, to help make their world a better place to be. Fishbourne School, you were amazing at discussion. I hope you enjoy your circle time discussion and that you take time to listen to other people's ideas and their thoughts, and you take time to reflect on the things that we have seen in the news recently. Remember, if you have any questions or you're worried about anything, chat to your class teacher. It's been lovely to see you all this morning. Have a great rest of the day. Take care and keep being fabulous.